So we're going to be talking about proper deadlift technique, how to set up. We're going to be starting off with the basics, and then we'll give a few more cues for those of you who have been deadlifting, but these are things that you should be always thinking of and working on in terms of your technique. All right, cool. All right, Alberto's going to start standing in front of the bar. Feet underneath the bar. So essentially you want to have the bar about right above your laces of your shoes. All right. Now a deadlift is basically, think about it like a leg press, but you're standing. All right. So he's going to squat down and reach the bar, reach for the bar. Good. Now his hand width is going to be outside of his knees, right? Okay, so his hands are going to be outside of his knees. The first thing that you want to think about is, number one, not sitting down too low, all right? But the first thing you want to think about is engaging your lats, okay? So your lats are what you feel when you squeeze your arms to your side, right? When you squeeze your armpits, you're going to pull. So he's pulling his scaps back, his shoulder blades back, and engaging those lats right here, okay? So he's going to engage his lats and at the same time slightly pull up against the bar so he has tension against the bar. Okay? Then as he stands and pulls the bar straight up along his legs, he's going to think about pushing his hips towards the bar. All right? So let's go ahead and lower it down the same way he went. Good. So, one thing, right, foot distance. Some people like to be a little bit narrower. Some people like to be a little bit wider. This is going to depend on what feels comfortable for you. You can go ahead and stand up. And what feels like your strongest position. But as you can see, Alberto's feet are about shoulder width apart. All right, so let's talk about bracing. Alberto.
Sorry, I guess we're both here. All right, so bracing. So it's very important, especially from coming out of the bottom. You want to inflate your stomach. Push out into your abdominal wall, which is going to drive your diaphragm down into your pelvis.
Pull your ribs down, right?
Yeah, it's going to pull your ribs down. It's going to give you better stability of your hips. Put more of the pressure and stability here rather than directing all the tension here. Because once we start lifting, guess the first thing's going to go. Our hips slide too far out, goes into our back. I mean, though our goal is to work on our lower back, but it shouldn't where you put the most emphasis on the drive in for stability.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the best thing is to take a nice deep breath before you start your lift. Brace, squeeze that core all the way back through to your lower back. All right? So you're going to be squeezing all the way around through your lower back, all right, when you're bracing.
So a good way to work on it, maybe it's a good warm-up tool, is put your hands on your ribs, somewhere around your kidney area, and inflate it. Feel like push your stomach out into your palm of your hands. As you push out. And then release, take a deep breath. Then.
Right. And this is with you're holding tension there. It's not like where I can stick my belly out. This is not the bracing that you want.
You don't want to suck it in either.
Right. You don't want to suck it in because that is not that does not give your body tension. All right. You want to create that tension in your body to protect your spine when you're deadlifting. All right. So setting up, hands to the bar, brace with our torso, breathe, brace, and then pull. Good. All right, so now that we've covered bracing, I also want to talk about the press, right? Because I find a really good cue for deadlifting is that you want to think about it like you're doing a leg press. So press into the floor so it's not just an upper body workout, right? This is a full body compound exercise, right? So you're pressing into the floor as you are also pulling.
Yeah, another thing I want to add is while you're pressing into the floor, you want to keep the bar as close to your body as possible. Like you basically think of it like you're shaving your body with the barbell on the way up and on the way down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you want to keep it aligned to close to your center line as much as possible, because when that bar travels farther ahead, it's going to put more strain on your back, and you're going to lose a lot of leverage.
Right. And the best place to think about this is at the bottom. So you're starting with the bar not touching your shins because your knees have to come forward. But as you stand, as you see Alberto's going to stand, the bar is going to follow his legs. Once it gets past his knees, let's go one more time, Alberto. Once it gets past his knees, he's going to think about pushing his hips towards the bar. Yeah, so that allows you to have the most strength. Your hips and your glutes are very, very strong, big muscles. Yeah. All right, so I think those are our major tips, all right, in terms of technique and what you should all be doing all of the time if you are deadlifting. So definitely if you are struggling with that technique, then don't move up in weight until you really feel solid with those basics.
Yep. And that pretty much covers it.
All right, that's it for today. Happy deadlifting.